So I spent most of today trying to fix a leaking tap in my kitchen. Now my neighbours think I've got Tourette's syndrome. My wife left me because I was suffering from depression, which cheered me right up. I always thought the women are a bit like spiders. I don't mind seeing one or two from time to time, but the big hairy ones can fuck right off. Not saying I haven't been having much luck with the ladies or anything, but I was at the zoo last week and the pandas were taking the piss. I've forgotten what my next joke is, haven't I? So I've been trying to give up pornography, but some of the stuff on the internet makes it very hard for me. I often trying to treat women the way I treat cars. Get drunk and drive them away. Once took a girl to see Star Wars on a date. I really wanted to lay her, and she wouldn't even give me a chewie. So I just went home for a hand solo. A few months ago, Kim Kardashian's arse almost broke the internet. She must have sat on it. I was reading about that Stuart Lubbock, the unfortunate fellow who was found dead in Michael Barrymore's swimming pool. No one was ever charged over his death, but having read the results of the post-mortem, I think somebody definitely had a hand in it. Donald Trump says the best way to protect America from ISIS is to prevent all Muslims from entering the country. Yeah, because the last thing America needs is a bunch of trigger-happy religious fanatics running around the place. Apparently when Sean Penn was married to Madonna back in the 1980s, they once used a baseball bat on her. Bet it didn't touch the sides. Gary Glitter and Jimmy Savile once had a major falling out back in the 1970s. In fact, they almost went their separate ways, but in the end they decided to work it out, for the kids. We just hate it when you've just settled down into a nice warm bath and someone starts banging on the bathroom door saying they need in right away to take a shout. Especially if you live on your own. There's a new show on TV called 24 Hours in Accident and Emergency. That's just the wait to get seen. So I see Rupert Murdoch's bought the National Geographic channel. From now on they'll mostly be doing shows about how the migratory birds come over here and take all the worms. I'm addicted to reading those self-help books. I just can't help myself. So a dyslexic friend of mine went to a poetry class. He hasn't come out with any poems yet, but he's made some pretty decent jugs and vases and stuff. Call me prejudiced if you like, but I've never met one dwarf who didn't have a serious altitude problem. Another mate of mine was actually allergic to water. Well, I say allergic, he drowned. Can't believe no one has managed to come up with a cure for anorexia yet. I thought it'd be a piece of cake. There's a gang in my neighbourhood who try to recruit new members by threatening people with all kinds of horrible punishments if they don't join. But enough about the church. As a young lad, my body was a temple. A lot of priests entered it. When I was about 16, a Catholic priest took me aside one time. He said, "Listen to me, my son. Every time you pleasure yourself sexually, a kitten dies. And for years I thought that was true, but not anymore. Now that I've perfected my technique, they usually survive. It's only going to get worse. People say that sneezing is a bit like having an orgasm. It's not polite to do it all over people on the bus. I found out I'm nearly an inch better home than my best friend. She's not really too bothered about it though. That story about Goldilocks and the three bears isn't actually all that far-fetched. Once upon a time a little girl was found in my bed and I ended up doing porridge. Whenever I'm driving my ice cream van around the streets, my biggest fear is that one day the real ice cream van's going to show up at the same time. So my brother has an abnormal interest in pornography. He's not interested in pornography. I've put my name down to join the local feminist society. Hopefully, once I see what an informed and enlightened kind of guy I am, I'll maybe get to pump a few of them. I do like a good long cuddle with my girlfriend after sex, though. It's the quickest way to deflate her. I was in a corner shop one time and I saw this young boy pick up a Mars bar and slip it into his pocket. The shopkeeper spotted this as well and he shouted, "Oi, you, hands off." They don't fuck him out in Saudi Arabia, you know. A lot of TV shows nowadays are made in an international format. The Israeli military make the best version of Homes Under the Hammer. Apparently those birthing pools are really popular in China nowadays. They make the whole childbirth experience much more relaxed and natural. Plus they're really handy if the baby turns out to be a girl. Not saying that global warming's getting worrying or anything, but I now have an offshore account with a bank I used to visit on my lunch break. I do like to do my bit for endangered species though. In fact, I like to take my air rifle down the park and turn grey squirrels into red squirrels. I think that's quite enough out of me, so you've got a great audience. Thank you.